Hello, Matthew here, and welcome back to my channel. One of the things I love is fresh strawberries, but I hate the way that they spoil so quickly not too long after you get them. And I discovered a way that you can make them last longer, and I'm going to show that for you today. So let's get right to it. Now, the key to having great tasting strawberries and making them last longer is to clean them. Now, to do this, what you're going to need to do is make a simple cleaning solution of water and vinegar, and I'm going to show that to you right now. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take 6 cups of cold water. Just like this. Just fill it up, and get a nice clean pot like the one I have right here. And just fill it up with some cold water, 6 cups. Just like this. Okay, there we go. 6 cups, there we go. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take 1 cup of white vinegar. Just like this. And then just dump it in there just like that, and just go ahead and mix up the solution just a little bit. Now, if you have more or less strawberries, you can adjust the ratio accordingly, but the best ratio to remember is 6 cups of cold water, 1 cup of white vinegar. All right, we got our clean solution all set up with our water and vinegar. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my strawberries that I bought from the store not too long ago, and we're going to go ahead and dunk them in the solution. And the best rule of thumb is you want to do this immediately as soon as you buy them from the store. Try to do them as soon as possible. Just go ahead and take your strawberries, go ahead and dump them all into the solution, just like that. And I got another pack of strawberries. I got to get those in there too. Okay, and just go ahead and throw them in just like that. And then just go ahead and swirl them in the solution for probably about 5 minutes. Make sure they're all nice and covered, just like that. Yeah, when you do this, it'll actually clean them really good. It'll actually get rid of dirt. It'll kill any bacteria and any spores on your strawberries. And I promise you, if you do this, they'll taste great, and they'll actually last a little bit longer. They should last probably about a week and a half or so. All right, well, I'm going to let them sit for about 5 minutes, and then it'll be time to rinse them. All right, it's been 5 minutes now, so now we're going to go ahead and take our strawberries that have been soaking in the water and vinegar mixture, and we're going to go ahead and dump them all in a colander, just like this. And now we're just going to go ahead and turn on the cold water, and we're going to go ahead and rinse them thoroughly. Get all the vinegar and all the dirt, any spores or anything off your strawberries. You want to rinse them thoroughly after you've let them soak in your solution. That way they'll get all nice and clean. And just rinse them as long as you want, but just make sure you rinse them thoroughly. Just like this. All right, I think they should be just about rinsed thoroughly. Okay. All right, that looks good. So let me go ahead and turn the water off. Okay, and now that they're rinsed thoroughly, I'm going to go ahead and drain them just a little bit, and then I'm going to transfer them to a towel, and then so that way they can dry. And you want to make sure they dry completely after you've rinsed them. Okay, all my strawberries are all dry. They're ready to be stored and put away. So what you want to do now is you want to take a container, a storage container, and just line it up with paper towels or napkins like what I have right here. And then just go ahead and put your strawberries into it, just like this. Just make sure you get them. Try to get them as many strawberries in there as you can. Just make sure you leave enough room in between each one, just like this. I mean, I always like to try to get in like 4 or 5 in there at a time, but get as many as you can. You know, if you run out of room, no problem. Just go ahead and get yourself another container, just like this. And once you get done putting all your strawberries into your container, what I usually like to do is I just like to go ahead and add another layer of napkins on top too, just in case if there's any excess moisture. I just like to absorb the moisture onto them just like this. And And after a few days or so, if you notice the napkins or paper towels are a little bit moist, you go ahead and take the strawberries out, put a fresh layer of napkins or paper towels on them. Now, before you close the lid on your container, make sure you leave it on loose. Make sure there's a hole in the container somewhere in the seal. You don't want to be sealed all the way. The reason for this is because this will allow air to get into the container and your strawberries won't spoil as fast. Well, there you have it. There's a way on how to make your strawberries taste better and last longer. Just following these steps, they should last you probably about a week and a half or so. Well, if you like what you see, just go ahead and give me a thumbs up and drop me a comment down below. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.